Good morning, peace and blessings. Happy Monday. I am the Moon Mama, and we are still very much in the window of a Leo new moon. Leo, the moon is at the 29th degree of Leo, which is the degree of movement, and it's also a degree of mastery. And we just had a new moon in Leo, and the Leo energy is that of creative self-expression, is that of following your heart. It is romance. The Leo energy is also pride, and pride, but it also can be ego, like just this very ego fixed energy that is rooted in pridefulness. And that's an interesting thing because we do need to have confidence, right? We do need to be confident and in our power and aware of our gifts and our talents and our creative self-expression and our beauty and all of that. But then it's a fine line, right? It's a fine line because it can tip over into this sort of pride or because I don't think it's not about pride is good, right? Pride is good, being proud is good, but the ego that is inflexible is something that we just have to pay attention to. That's it, right? Like I don't want to make anything bad because here's the thing about Leo. The thing that I find the most profound about this Leo energy, it is creative. It rules the heart center. So the heart is the most powerful vessel, muscle, energy in our sphere. The heart is, it's been beating since we were down there conceived, right? It's been beating. Like I say this all the time. I remember when I went to go have my first ultrasound for my son, and maybe I was 2 weeks pregnant, maybe, I don't know, but the doctor was like, there is a heartbeat. That is Leo. So Leo is a very powerful, strong, it is the sun, right? It is always shining. Your heart is always beating. So there's a reverence for that, right? There is something to be like, take pause for the energy of that, right? But it also is in service to everything else. It's not a standalone energy. If the heart doesn't beat, then it doesn't circulate the blood through your body and your cells and it's in service. That sun that is undeniably the best fucking thing ever serves the wellness of all things. So there's pride, but you have to be mindful of the ego because the ego says it's just me, it's all me, and it's in competition. But we can't allow the Leo energy to do that because it has to serve the wellness and the well-being of all that is, right? So it's a real nice little dance. You have to find your way with it. You have to find your balance, your harmonizing energy with the ego that is unique to you and makes you who you are and big and beautiful and queenly and royal or kingly, and all of that is all true. But it is in service to something that is greater than you. It is in service to something that is beyond you. Does that make sense? Because it is in our understanding of our oneness, right? This is the other thing about Leo. It is the creative power. Like I said, it is the heart. The heart is generating our reality. And to understand this in a spiritual way, it's recognizing, oh God, I hope I can say this. I hope I can say this in a way that makes sense. We are the creators of our reality. We are the creators of our reality. We are creating constantly with the light that comes into our psyche, and then we are projecting from our psyche, our feelings, our history, our thoughts, our sensations are projecting a reality. This is how we create. We are constantly in the creative mode by taking in light, and then how that energy configures, that light configures through our karma, how we feel about ourselves, how we feel about the world, how we function. Then we project a reality that then shows up, and people show up. The people in our life are projections of our reality. The people that we work with are projections of our reality. We are the creators of all of this. This is the most significant thing that you can ever really embody, is understanding how you are the creator of your reality. And this is the center of Leo, because the heart is the most powerful organ in the body, and the frequency with which it sends out has to come back to you and makes you the creator of your reality. Does that make sense? Okay. So then based upon that, one of the things I'm working with in this Leo new moon energy is really recognizing that I am creating everything, right? So late this morning and yesterday, I was in an experience where someone came to me sort of saying, here's some valuable information for all of you people who don't have your vaccinations. And it triggered me. And I was like, right? And I just went, and so I was with it and I just watched it. I was like, because I know that I'm the creator of my reality, and I had to have sent out a signal, because my life is only the signals that I send out. So I had to send out a signal for this person to come to me with this information. Okay, so I'm triggered. So what is it that I'm triggered about? I'm triggered that, everywhere I go, everybody's freaking talking about COVID. Like, COVID has captivated the consciousness of everything. Okay. So what does that bring up inside of me? It actually brings up jealousy. I'm actually fucking jealous that here I believe in like health and wellness and holistic solutions and all of that. But this motherfucking take a drug is fucking everywhere. Why isn't eat healthy foods or take spirulina or exercise or breath work? Why isn't that everywhere, right? So I get to look at my own ego. My own ego is jealous. There is some idea of separation. So I will work with the energy of jealousy inside of me. And then I had to also get clear, like, well, what else? It's like this person was speaking as if they know what's right for everyone. I was like, oh, I think I know what's right for everyone. That's the trigger, that I think I know what's best for everyone. How is it that I could think that I know what's best for everyone? And so I just work with that energy. What does it mean to think I know what's best for everyone? Oh, it means that I think that they don't have a God. I think that they don't have a center that can lead them and guide them. I think that I need to be that. Oh, so I only know what's best for me. I only know what's best for me. And all I need to be mindful of is what's in my reality, right? So it's important to understand this Leo energy and how incredibly creative it is. We are creating our reality all the time. Every person that is showing up, especially when there are triggers, they are showing us an aspect of ourselves. So this Leo new moon that we are in this window of is asking us to look at the places where we create separation, right? It's the thing that we're moving out of in the world that we are in now is this idea of separation. So for me, I'm really healing the parts of me that believe that there's something out there that's out to get me. Like, if this universe is made of God and God is love, then there's nothing out to get me except that I create a boogeyman in my head. Like, if I'm generating this reality, then maybe I don't want to generate boogeymans anymore. Maybe I don't want to generate adversaries any longer. Maybe I don't want to generate the idea that somebody or something is trying to harm me. by actually coming into a deep experience of self-love and self-acceptance so that I can generate the most love and safety in my own field, that the universe can only show me love and safety in my life, right? Like really taking responsibility for everything that comes into my field. This is the power of Leo. This is the power of the sun, right? The sun touches everything. I don't care where it is, right? Like the sun in New York right now, it's 10:06 in New York. The sun is doing its thing there. It's 7:06 here. The sun is doing its thing here. It's touching all of us in the Western Hemisphere. This is the heart. So literally, it's like, what am I generating in my reality? All of it is me. Because guess what? I have an idea about everything that shows up here. I have a frequency, a mind, a thought, an energy about everything that shows up here. So can I name everything here in service to me, in love with me, in agreement with me, in alignment with me? Even if it feels like it's not, it actually is. Even if it feels like it's adversarial, it's actually a function of love, because everything in my reality, I have determined that that is what it has to be. So when it steps into this conscious awareness, it will automatically be morphed into something that is loving. This is the power of Leo. This is the power of Leo when it's not completely in its ego, in comparison and competition. But the ego is healthy. When the ego is serving the higher self, when the ego is in service to well-being, when the ego is in service to love, it works. It works. So today is the day that is governed by the moon. And the moon is in the new moon phase in Leo. And for me personally, because like I said, I am here to show how I do my work at this time on the planet based upon me being an astrologer and being an American and understanding as I see it, what's happening in our world, right? And what I have discovered is that as Pluto moves through Capricorn, all of the old systems and external systems of authority, the external systems of authority, meaning the places where we have said, I will give this person the power in my life. I will give this president the power over my life. I will give this doctor the power to determine what my health is or what my solutions will be. I will give this lover the power to decide if I feel good or if I don't. I will give this child the power to decide if I have anxiety or not. I will give that is external authority, right? That is over with. It is done. It has to end. We've got to bring all the reins inside. Take responsibility for every motherfucking thing going on inside of you. Nobody else can do it. No one else could ever do it, honestly. That's why it's, like all the same, right? Like this is how we do this. No, in the age of Aquarius, we're all unique. We are all true to ourselves. So you've got to understand your motherfucking astrology. And I know I just said I have this idea that I think I know what's right for everyone. And I'm still working with that because I do. I have to admit it. I think I know what's right for everyone. And I think everyone would be justified and qualified in learning their own astrology. I think it's the solution. I do. I could totally be wrong, maybe, right? But I think it's the solution because I know that it's giving me the solution for my own happiness, peace of mind, and understanding of myself. And that allows me to rest, to relax, to trust, to know where I am and what's going on. And I don't have to create enemies. I don't have to make anybody wrong. I actually can go, oh, this person is here promoting vaccinations in my reality. What do I need to learn from this? Because I created it. It's showing up because it is here to teach me something about what I need. I don't have to be angry about it. I don't have to do any of that, you know? That's the thing about this time. This time is giving us everything that we need to come into our own personal authority. And what other people are doing in their realities is their personal authority. And they have every right to do that. And if they want to do whatever it is, that is absolutely, because that is what's happening on the planet right now. So I encourage you today to just look at the places where you are at odds with yourself, where you're at odds with your creations. What's showing up in your life that you are fighting against, railing against? What's showing up? And see if you can look at it from a different perspective. See if you can go, well, what is this teaching me? Why do I need this? Why would I bring this here? Why would this be in my field? Okay. What's the message that's being offered to me? And in doing so, you will see something else. Some power will be revealed to you. All right, you all. You can always check out my classes. You guys know that I'm doing the Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, Pluto retrograde in Capricorn class. That class is to help you get your personal authority back, the rituals, the practices, to help you see where you've been giving if you have codependence going on in your life, if you are afraid to assert yourself and be yourself and take up space, this is the class for you. Also, Saturn and Aquarius. Saturn and Aquarius is about your identity, your blueprint, like who you signed up to be. And then we forget. Like that's how this reality is. Like we're born, we've done these lifetimes countless times. We have done this shit so many times, but we don't remember because we're in the motherfucking dark ages. God bless it. God bless the dark ages. We need the dark ages. If we didn't have the dark ages, we would not be able to appreciate when we have the ages of light. So bless the dark ages. But we're in the dark ages and we're in a state of forgetfulness, but we're coming out of it. We're totally coming out of it because cycles that we will come out of it. So you want to really get to your identity, who you are. What's your mission here? What's your purpose here? Everybody has one. Everyone has one. And then the other class, Jupiter in Aquarius. Jupiter in Aquarius is about your personal wheel of fortune. What we need now more than ever is people to really understand their own personal genius, your own personal magnificence, your own wheel of fortune. What will give you genius, happiness, health, well-being? Because all of that is yours to have. You know, we don't have to walk through this earth like as slaves anymore. I mean, really, we're not a slave to it. Like, we really are here to have dominion. So if you want to understand your own genius and your own will of, if you want to, it's not even about understanding it. It's about opening the portals to it, opening the consciousness so that you can receive it, so that you can experience the wholeness of who you are. And so these are the 3 classes that I have going right now that you are welcome to join. They are self-taught classes. The retrogrades end in October. The retrograde classes that I'm doing end in October. And so that's going to be a really significant time. And the energy is really intense right now. So that is that. All right, you all. Peace and blessings. I love y'all so much. I'm about to go for a walk. And then I have several clients today and some things that I'm working on as I am preparing for my journey to Egypt. All right. I love you. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.